Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Siren Frost, and thank you for coming back to Deck Profile Weekly. This week's deck profile video, and again, sorry for the late videos. Some things in life just kind of happened, and that's no excuse, like just everyday thing. But today, I'm making it up to you guys for two-parters, as I should. So I'm sorry this is late, but I finally got it all done, figured out, and we can get back to normal schedule hopefully soon. So, this week's deck profile video, we'll be doing an updated video of Dragonic Overlord and Phantom Blaster Dragon, before we get to the third ride line, which is Majesty Lord Blaster. So, that is part of the Set 5 collection. And, yeah, let's just see what kind of happens. But, in this video, we're going to be doing Dragonic Overlord the End. So, before I get started in this video, I want to give a shout out to my friend Jaden Storm, leader of Team Shadow Strike. His team has done amazingly well in their regional events and nationals, whatever you want to call it. They've been doing very well years ago. They're taking a break, maybe they're retired. I don't know what's going on in their life right now, but this deck means a lot to Jaden, and he and I have been having back and forth moments where I used to shit on Dragonic Overlord because he was the least favorite unit in the Kagero, and I was never a big fan of Kagero units at all. And here I am now, doing a video for Kagero, pretty much. Not only for Dragon Empire, for Overdress, but, just kind of give you an idea of what Kai might be doing in his early 30s or 40s. He's an old man now, probably. Whatever he's doing, he's probably off doing what he wants, but I'm sure in Overdress, if Team Q4 ever made an appearance in the Overdress, it might be their team versus Team Blackout or Team Daybreak, whatever the case might be. I can see him go head-to-head with Yu Yu Kondo, Overlord versus Nirvana, so all that good fun. But, off the topic here, this is a shout out to my friend Jane Storm, and this is a tribute to him, and I hope he likes this video, and hopefully I did a very good job with it. So, with that being said and done, let's get on with the video, starting with the ride deck. Of course, we have Lizard Runner Undeux for grade 0, Embodiment of Armor Bahr for grade 1, Dragon Knight Nehalem for grade 2, and for grade 3, of course, we have Dragonic Overlord. So, this alone right here is confirmed as the confirmed right line for Kai's deck, and Jane's deck, if I'm thinking it correctly. But this is what I think should kind of happen. Now, again, you guys, I know another player in my local shop that does play this deck, and he does it more better than I do, but it's nice to learn different decks and figure out the idea of what happened like years ago after the Gize incident. So, there you go. And of course, it wouldn't be Dragonic Overlord sleeves without the actual sleeves, but this is just the legend or the great, so I don't have the other ones go with it. So that is the right deck. Now, for the main deck alone, we have trigger lineups. Now, you guys know me, I would love to have front triggers in this deck. It might be a good idea to have maybe a couple of them, but let's try this out for a second. This is just a recipe for my taste personally. For heal triggers, we're playing, of course, Blaze Maiden Rona, because it does become a good feel, because at one point, Kai in the anime used to play Dragon Dancers, so I figured this would be a good chance to have some. 3 draw triggers, which is Flare Veil Dragon, which is, he likes his draw triggers a lot. Plus, the 10,000 shield isn't just an extra nice kicker to it, so not everything needs to have a front trigger, but this is just an idea. You guys can put front in this deck if you want. I just prefer to have 4 heals, 3 draws, 8 crits, and 1 over trigger, pretty much. And then, speaking of criticals, we have, of course, Burning Flail Dragon, which is the booster. When the attack hits at the end of the battle, it goes into the soul, and you give a unit 2,000 power. So it gets more soul, and what Overlord is known for, to have some cards in the soul for certain abilities, let alone counterblasts. I don't know why I'm speaking this much English, but I don't know. Next, we have 4 copies of Berserk Dragon, because this is just a good feel to his old deck, which is Narukami, so to speak. So, a little bit of flame, a little bit of lightning, a little bit of magic, a little bit of bullshit, you know. What Kai's kind of been known for was super aggressive, competitive kind of decks. But this is far from being competitive. It's just for funsies. But you guys get the idea. And of course, we have the Over Trigger, which at one point was so grossly overpriced that I was going to be barfing for a week. But I picked up 4 copies of him because I have some decks that usually has Dragon Empire. Still need to get 1 more, maybe 2 more because of Jiva Nirvana and Tamayura. But hey, this is just a little bit of an idea for funsies. Okay. And that is my trigger lineup for this deck. For the main deck, I decided to play only 8 grade 1s. You don't need too many grade 1s in this deck. I believe grade 2s are more of essential now, since they have better abilities. But here are the nominees. We have 4 copies of Dragon Monk Gojo. Now, people can argue that Gojo may not be a good option card, may like be Takarashi, Stealth Dragon Takarashi, but I think Tamayura deserves Takarashi way more than Gojo does, or Overlord. So Gojo stays as a good kind of deck that still feels nostalgic. So, you know, when you attack, the boosted hits the boosted unit, retire him and countercharge 1, which is good because Overlord and certain units in here do use a lot of counterblasting, so I still think this is a very good card to have, believe it or not, even though it's for funsies. And then, of course, we have 4 copies of Twin Buckler Dragon. Twin Buckler Dragon. Why the fuck I just spilled that one? You know what, guys? Wouldn't be in my videos if I didn't make up some kind of line or some kind of a wording. But there you go. So yeah, there is that grade 1 feel to it. Now for grade 2, I am of course playing 12 grade 2s in this deck. The first one is what Overlord's been kind of known for, is 4 copies of Burning Horn Dragon. And since this is a set 5 collection, I'll be more than happy to read the effect for you. When this unit is placed on rearguard, counterblast 1. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with Overlord in its card name, and put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. If you did not reveal a card, you can countercharge 1. When your Vanguard with Overlord in its card name attacks, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. So, of course, like I said, the deck is so full of Overlord support cards that it's not even funny, so this is not a bad idea to begin with. So, 4 copies isn't essential, especially, well, I don't know if you need actually 4, since I'm only playing is the end as a grade 3, but you're more than happy to play map 4 for the 5k boost and the 5k attack. You know, just make it more aggro. Next, for the feel to it, we have 4 copies of Berserk Dragon. Berserk Dragon is, of course, one of Kai's more stable, nostalgic kind of cards. And we all know what he kind of does. But in case you guys don't know, I'll read his effect carefully. When this unit attacks, if your Vanguard has Overlord in its card name, this unit gets 5,000 power until the end of battle. Then, counterblast 1. Choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or less rearguards and retire it. So, of course, this, again, nostalgic feel to it. The next card we have is Perforate Burner Dragon. Now, Perforate has somewhat of a similar ability to Takarashi. Now, when this unit is discarded due to an ability, or I guess to an attack. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to read it before I start butchering the fuck out of this. When this card is discarded from your hand during your battle phase, put this card into your soul. Choose one of your units and it gets 5k power until the end of the turn. There you go. I finally for once not butchered that one. And I don't know why I'm speaking so fast, but I just do. But yeah, he's a good card to put in the soul, especially if the Overlord, the end, is going to restand due to a Soul Blast, Counter Blast. Well, discard a card, I guess, you know, that makes a lot more sense. I don't know why, but it just does. So, 4 of, 3 of, whatever you feel comfortable with. This is just my personal take on it because it is Kai, and I want to give it the benefit of a doubt, for once, without fucking things up. And for grade 3s, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm actually playing 10 grade 3s in his deck. So we got 11 grade 2 or 12 grade 2s and 10 grade 3s in his deck. And one of those grade 3s just so happens to be 4 copies of Dragonic Overlord the End. Now, this is the card, the unit that Toshiki Kai was very known for. And this is also the unit that my best friend Jaden Storm was known for. Besides him playing Link Joker or anything else, Kagero has always been his clan that has always been with him since day one he started playing Vanguard. So, but this new Overlord, it seems like having a nostalgic effect from the old one, besides Persona Blast. But I'm going to go ahead and read the effect. So, effect is Continuous Vanguard. During your turn, if your soul has Dragonic Overlord in this card, this unit's drive cannot decrease from card effects, and it gets 5,000 power. Vanguard ability, 1 turn. At the end of the battle this unit attacked, counterblast 1, and discard 2 cards from your hand. Stay at this unit, and it gets drive -1 into the end of turn. But that effect doesn't really matter at that point, because due to the copy of Dragonic Overlord in the soul, it still gets has 2 drive checks. So technically, you're attacking for 4 drive checks, if you're kind of lucky, give or take. But yeah, that unit is a very powerful card, and I don't like losing to it sometimes. So that's why I try to beat the shit out of it. But if you can't beat him, join him. Next, I have 3 copies of Berserk Dragon, Tribash. And we all know what kind of Tribash does. If there are 2 or less units that your opponent has rearguard wise, put this card in your soul and it gets +1, and your Vanguard gets +1 critical, I believe. Yep, until the end of that battle. So there you go. So more critical effects, and since your deck already has 8 criticals in the deck, I don't think that's much of a problem, so to speak. And then finally, to make it a little extra feel to it, since I start liking putting more order cards in each of my decks, rather than just say, no, you can't put them in there and follow the status quo, I decided to play 3 copies of the Blitz order, Wind of the Apocalypse. Wind of the Apocalypse is, if your Vanguard is Dragonic Overlord, your Vanguard basically gets 20,000 power and to the end of that battle. Yep, choose one of your units. Oh, sorry, another unit can get that power, so that's my bad. I thought it was for the Vanguard, but as long as you have a Vanguard with Dragonic Overlord in its name, you're pretty much all set from here on out. So, anyways, you guys, that is the conclusion deck profile update of Crystal, Star Power, Crystal Power, Eternal Power, straight right into there, pretty much. So there you go. That is the update deck profile video of Dragonic Overlord the End. And sorry for the late post, you guys. It's just been with life. So I'm hoping these videos will make up for my MIAs for right now. Anyways, you guys, I hope you guys do enjoy the videos very much so. Leave a comment down below, subscribe to this video, thumbs up for this channel, and rate, and you get the idea, you guys. You guys know the drill. And if you guys have your own personal idea on this deck, send me a deck list. Send me some ideas on cards I want to try. This is still new to me for Kagero, so Jaden Storm, I hope you're watching this, and if so, I hope I made you very proud. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I've been your host, Siren Frost. See you in the next video, guys. Bye!